Hello, and welcome to the Journey with Janie podcast. I am coming from Doxford Hall Hotel and Spa for you today, which is in even further north, Northumberland. So yes, I've been treating myself to some me time. So I'm Jane Anderson, I'm your host for today. And I'm currently in the gardens, in the maze. So I'm just going to quickly spin this around for those of you viewing. I have, and you'll get, this is kind of, yeah, it's absolutely amazing. For those of you listening, it's kind of box hedge, yeah, so anyway, we'll get past. Just wanted to do that with you today, and take the opportunity. It wasn't going to be me time, but I was like, oh, the sun's shining, I need to get out into nature. As much as the spa is absolutely amazing, it's great to give yourself some me time. That actually out in nature, you can hear the birds tweeting, or I can anyway. I'm assuming you can. This week I was kind of like, oh, what should we talk about this week? But following the weekend, I was at a family christening, and it was nice to meet up with family that I haven't seen for a long time. And it took me back to my dad's, from about an hour away from me, his home county of Durham, which is also, it's the next county down from Northumberland. In the UK, and yeah, it brought back some real memories. My uncle and aunt got married in the church where the christening was held yesterday, and wow, walking in, it was like I'd been taken back, I'm going to say 40 years, maybe, yes, it would be 40 years, because I was bridesmaid for them when they got married. And yeah, it was kind of a bit of a, I know people talk about triggers in grief, but I call them memories, because there's a reason we're triggered, and a lot of the time it's relating to memories that we have of the person that has died. And yesterday was definitely one of those days, obviously, as my aunt and uncle's kids got married in that church as well. It was family time for Jonathan, myself, and also as Charlotte and James got older, they were there with us in a family of 4 at that particular church as well, for the weddings of Uncle Keith and Auntie Gillian's children. So yeah, it was full of memories yesterday, and I could quite easily have called them triggers. I do have to put this one in there, because this did make me laugh. Every time we went to see my grandparents or visit the aunts and uncles over in Durham, we had to drive past a place called Stony Heap, and Jonathan always used to laugh at Stony Heap. So as I drove past that sign yesterday, I was like, that's a nod to you, Jonathan, you know, at the weekend, that he was actually with us, because I was having a good old giggle to myself that we're driving past Stony Heap. So I think the reason I'm kind of jumping on today was probably to talk about triggers and memories, because there are things that trigger us, and for those of us who haven't had somebody close to us die, we probably think of the triggers being sort of birthdays, anniversaries, those sort of milestone dates in people's heads. And it is, those days are hard. I think I've maybe touched on this before. Those days are hard. They have their different sort of reasons, different feelings and things as well. And I think for me, yeah, I probably call them triggers as well, but it's always triggering that memory somewhere along the line. And it's understanding that the memory can be, it's triggering a memory for a reason. It's probably, hopefully, it's a happy memory. And you are actually honouring the person who's died by getting that trigger in, by the trigger, and you're then honouring the person by remembering that memory and actually talking about the person and the memories that you have. So that's kind of why I wanted to talk to you all today. And there can be sad memories. You can cry. They might spark emotions, high emotions, and that's fine. Grief is unique to us all, and there are no rules. We are here to be the best version of ourselves, and it is entirely up to us how we deal with the grief of our soulmate dying, our parent dying, a pet even, because, you know, I'm outside here in nature and I'm just thinking, oh, my 2 dogs are at home. Are they okay? They would have loved to run around here. I probably would have lost them. But, you know, there's lots of different reasons to be grieving. And like I keep saying, there are no rules. And being able to honour the person who has died, or the thing that has died, or the loss of something like a job, and being able to switch it to, actually, I'm fine with that. That little trigger's kind of gone, oh, you know, me going back to Stony Heap. Yes, it was a trigger. I could have got really upset about it. You know, I was driving down the same road that we drove to on our wedding reception, and, you know, I smiled, and I know some of you listening are maybe think, how is Janie able to talk about these things without getting upset? And a lot of that's to do with the mindset work that I've done, the self-development, the belief and trust in myself, and actually it is okay to not be okay sometimes, and that's fine. And it is okay to actually talk about things, and, you know, death comes to us all, and this might be you know, a bit of a touchy subject for people to talk about, but we're all going to die at some point in life. And I know in my heart that Jonathan wouldn't want me to stand still and just be sitting in a mopey mess. So working on me and my mindset and my trust in myself to be able to align what I want out on a daily basis. So, you know, my thoughts, my feelings, then given, you know, my body will take the actions. And I think the work that I've done on myself and getting me to this point, it's been a tough journey. There's no you know, you can't just wipe it away. It's a lot of people talk about the grief process. Everybody's different. I prefer to call it a grief journey. You know, I think I've maybe mentioned in previous episodes that we have to grow so the grief gets less. Grief doesn't go away. It's with us for life, and it's how we grow around it to make it that little bit smaller. And I think for me, the whole understanding my mind and actually we can do a lot to help ourselves. And it might be difficult for you if you're grieving and you're in a really, you know, we're all in a dark place when it first happens. We all kind of going, oh, what do I do now? And I think for me, it's finding that person, that thing that actually resonates with you. There are lots of charities out there who, you know, can talk to you and help you. Counsellors, doctors, loads of people out there who can help you on your journey. And I do like to call it a journey, because it is a journey. It's a journey of finding yourself and how you cope with the 2 becoming 1, or the family of 4 becoming 3, or, you know, and it is sort of the dynamics and the acceptance, I think, is the word I'm looking for, that actually it's happened, and we can either stay where we are, or we can, I want to use the word embrace, but it's not really embrace. I think we'll go back to accept that this is life, and we get to choose the path or the journey that we go on from that point. And I think I have said, I know I have said this in other parts of other episodes, that actually you need to find the person that resonates with you. If it's me, perfect, I'm there for you, and I'm happy to speak to anybody at any time, no matter what. It might even just be those little, you might just need somebody to listen to you. Happy to sit and listen. I'm also happy to share my toolkit and how I've got to this point. So yeah, here I am having a spa day with 3 of my 3 friends, and we've just had the most amazing lunch and doing stuff for us, you know, just that little bit of time out, not just for grievers. That's not all I'm saying. It can be for anybody. Take time out for yourself. Take time out, in, be it in nature, or go and sit and read a book. You know, I might just go down on the way back into the hotel to go back into the spa. I might just sit with myself and with my notebook, take some notes, and actually writing things out is absolutely amazing. Sometimes you just need to put everything out on a bit of paper, be it good, be it bad, whatever you want to put it out there, or speak it out as you're walking. Pretend you're talking to the birds that's flying past, and just give yourself that bit of grace that you can actually look like, and I'm going to say it, like an idiot sometimes, talking to nothing. But if it helps you, does it matter? Remember, we're the only people we can control, and the outside world goes on around us. The world doesn't stop just because something's happened to us. So sometimes we have to dig deep and make those first steps into finding the new me, or finding that little bit of comfort in talking to somebody. And yeah, I think I've probably talked longer than I should, and I may well be repeating myself. So I think there may be a sunbed calling me next to the pool. So thank you for listening today. I hope this has helped somebody, be it while you've been out on a walk, or when you're on the treadmill at the gym, or maybe you're just sitting having a cuppa chilling. So close those eyes and just listen to the birds. I'm just going to let it play for a little bit while I'm stood here, maybe 20 seconds or so. Just shut your eyes and listen to the peace and quiet. And I'll just sign off there for the day. Thank you for joining me on
Thank
the
you all for
podcast.
joining me on the Journey with Janie podcast. Always remember, there is something within you that knows no limits. It's time to believe in you. Click the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. I love reading your reviews and comments, so right away. So, if you're ready to take those small steps to transform your true self, let's do life together.